The United States Supreme Court this week dealt a serious blow to the opponents of the death penalty. In a 5-4 ruling on Glossop v. Gross, justices determined that the lethal injection drug midazolam can be continued to be used in conducting executions. And if it is not available, another drug will have to be substituted. Just over a year ago, the state of Oklahoma executed death row inmate Clayton Lockett in a horrific 45-minute-long procedure with the use of a three-drug cocktail that included midazolam. Death penalty opponents argued that the ordeal amounted to cruel and unusual punishment in violation of the U.S. Constitution. But Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito was not having it. Writing the opinion for the majority, Justice Alito said, quote, "Because it is settled that capital punishment is constitutional, it necessarily follows that there must be a constitutional means of carrying it out. And because some risk of pain is inherent in any method of execution, we have held that the Constitution does not require the avoidance of all risk of pain. After all, while most humans wish to die a painless death, many do not have that good fortune." End of quote. That was Justice Samuel Alito writing that. The ruling potentially sets back decades of anti-death penalty activism. Joining me now on the phone to discuss how deep the damage runs is Mike Farrell, well-known actor who rose to stardom in the classic TV series MASH as Captain B.J. Honeycutt. He's a longtime political activist who worked in Central America in the 1980s, aiding refugees. He was for many years the co-chair of the California chapter of Human Rights Watch. He's also the president of the California-based Death Penalty Focus. His autobiography is titled Just Call Me Mike, A Journey to Actor and Activist. Welcome to the program, Mike.
Hello, thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us. We were looking forward to having you in studio, but we will make do on the phone.
I am so sorry about the confusion. Suddenly had my grandson with me last night, and I had to prepare him for school.
No problem. We understand you're very, very busy. Well, how do you understand this ruling? This is a very, very important ruling. The Justice Alito basically said that since we have the death penalty, we must carry it out by any means necessary, regardless of the level of pain. I mean, that's incredible.
He almost said that, and I think Justice Sotomayor countered it quite thoroughly by saying that we're talking about drawing and quartering people, or are we talking about burning them alive? Justice Alito has made his position very clear, even from the initial dialogue between the attorneys before the decision was made, when he talked about a guerrilla war that is being fought, in his view, against the death penalty in this country. Well, of course, it's not a guerrilla war in the sense that we are American citizens. We are talking about taking advantage of our rights to speak freely and taking an issue on a social issue and a political issue. But his view is, I think, quite extraordinarily ugly in that if it is constitutional, then it requires that there be some constitutionally acceptable means to snuff out the lives of individuals who have been sentenced to death. I think the most important piece of this decision is the dissent. Certainly the dissent by Justice Breyer, joined by Justice Ginsburg, which calls into question the whole concept of the constitutionality of the death penalty, and I think that will be it is now ripe for discussion, and I think that it will be challenged significantly in the near future.